What's up everyone, and welcome back to our 7 channel, your home for world-class football analysis. The dust has settled, the smoke has cleared, and the MLS Cup Final is set. Today, we're breaking down all the drama, brilliance, and massive talking points from the conference finals, where Inter Miami and the Vancouver Whitecaps punched their tickets to the 2025 championship showdown. We had Tadeo Allende outshining Lionel Messi, Vancouver continuing their absolutely historic season, and 2 unforgettable semifinals that have set up one of the biggest finals in recent memory. Let's get right into it. First, let's look at how we got here. The Eastern Conference Final was pure, unfiltered domination. Inter Miami put on a clinic with a 5-1 demolition of New York City FC, sending a clear message to the rest of the league. They are peaking at the perfect time. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Meanwhile, over in the West, the Vancouver Whitecaps made history. They traveled to San Diego and delivered a composed, professional 3-1 victory, securing their first ever Western Conference title. This caps off a remarkable season that already saw them win the Canadian Championship and make a deep run in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. So, the stage is now set for the MLS Cup Final. Inter Miami versus the Vancouver Whitecaps. Both teams are riding waves of confidence and bring incredible storylines into this final match. One of the biggest stories for Miami has to be their defensive transformation. Because let's be honest, earlier this season, Miami's defense was their Achilles heel. We saw missed assignments, sloppy goals being conceded, and a general lack of structure that was holding them back. Sure, their attack, led by Messi, was one of the most dangerous in league history. But you can't win a championship by outscoring everyone 5-4. But in the postseason, everything changed. In 4 of their last 5 playoff matches, Miami have allowed 1.0 expected goals or less. This is, without a doubt, the most offensive stability they've shown since Messi, Alba, Busquets, and the rest of the stars arrived back in 2023. You can see it on the pitch. Their pressing is far more coordinated, their mid-block is more compact, and goalkeeper Rocco Rios Novo has stepped up with some huge big-time saves. This new version of Inter Miami isn't just an attacking juggernaut anymore, it's a balanced, complete title contender. Now let's talk about Vancouver's extraordinary rise. If there's one word to describe the Whitecaps this year, it's historic. 2025 has been a legitimate dream season for them. They are Canadian Championship champions, they were CONCACAF Champions Cup finalists, and now, they're MLS Cup finalists. Head coach Jesper Skrenson has built a disciplined, aggressive, and tactically sharp team. Frankly, many analysts, myself included, believe he was robbed of the MLS Coach of the Year award. Then you add in the mid-season arrival of a giant signing like Thomas Muller, and Vancouver went from a dark horse to a true powerhouse. They certainly weren't the favorites at the start of the season, but that doesn't matter now. They are 90 minutes away from immortality. While Messi had a relatively quiet match by his standards, Tadeo Allende absolutely stole the spotlight for Inter Miami. His hat-trick didn't just win the game, it put his name in the MLS history books. Allende's 8 postseason goals now tie the single playoff scoring record, which was originally set all the way back in 2002. His performance was a masterclass in finishing. He had a powerful strike past U.S. national team goalkeeper Matt Freese, a composed and technically brilliant header, and then a late breakaway goal that just sent the Miami crowd into absolute chaos. Allende is currently on loan from Celta Vigo, but reports say Miami have already started negotiations to keep him permanently, and you can see why. His chemistry with Messi is electric, and he has become the most decisive, clutch player of Miami's entire postseason run. Over in the Western Conference, the MVP had to be Ali Ahmed, the Canadian Messi himself. He delivered one of the single best individual performances of the entire season. The man was everywhere. He was pressing, dribbling past defenders, creating chances, and tracking back to recover possession. His final stat line was just ridiculous. He had an assist, a secondary assist, he took the shot that forced an own goal, and he made 5 ball recoveries. Ahmed's relentless energy and creativity completely stunned the San Diego defense and silenced a sold-out Snapdragon Stadium within just a few minutes. And this isn't a one-off performance. He also scored twice in the Canadian Championship Final last month. With the kind of red-hot form he's in, Ali Ahmed could very well be the X-factor that decides the MLS Cup Final for Vancouver. But the moment of the round, for me, came from a legend. With his incredible career nearing its end, Jordi Alba produced one more unforgettable, magical highlight. In Miami's semifinal, Alba made a sprint into the box, moving with a burst of speed we honestly haven't seen from him in years. He received a return pass and then, with defenders closing in, produced a stunning, instinctive backheel assist to set up Miami's 4th goal. It was pure elegance, pure vision, pure Jordi Alba. For a player who built his entire legacy on his attacking brilliance from the left-back position, it was the perfect reminder of why he's considered one of the greatest to ever play the position in the modern era. Just an absolutely beautiful moment. And finally, let's talk about the turning point in the West. San Diego FC came into their home match full of belief. They had their passionate home crowd behind them. They were coming off back-to-back playoff clean sheets, and their Cinderella story was just one win away from the final. But it all unraveled so quickly. After conceding an early goal to Vancouver, San Diego gave up a disastrous own goal, all thanks to the immense pressure applied by Ahmed. That deflection completely killed the team's momentum, it drained the energy from the stadium, and it exposed the inexperience of their young defensive line. Now, San Diego still deserves a massive amount of credit. This was arguably the greatest expansion season in MLS history. But in the end, that one costly moment was what defined the match and ended their incredible run. So here we are, two teams, two incredible stories, one final. Inter Miami versus the Vancouver Whitecaps. The 2025 MLS Cup Final promises goals, drama, and superstar performances from start to finish. Who do you think will lift the trophy? Who is going to write their names in MLS history forever? Let me know all your predictions down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive analysis, do me a huge favor and like this video, subscribe to our EO7 channel, and make sure you turn on notifications so you never miss another football breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.